Right, welcome to Magna Science Adventure Centre, everybody. My name is Tom, and in this video, we're going to be having a look at hot air balloons. Now, what is a hot air balloon made of? There are three main parts. There's the balloon part, there's the basket that hangs below the balloon, and of course, there's the fire that's going to be getting the whole thing off of the ground. Now, unfortunately, I'm only in this room here, fairly big room, but still not big enough for a full-sized hot air balloon. We're going to have to make things miniature. So this little plastic bag here will be a nice substitute for the balloon part of our hot air balloon. Now if I hold this bag out in front of myself like that, and I let go, we all know exactly what's going to happen, don't we? No surprises, the bag falls to the ground. Which is of course not what we want for a hot air balloon. We want our hot air balloon moving the opposite direction, moving up. So how do we do that? That's where the fire comes into it. So let's give that a go. I burn it on the floor here, and that is what I'm going to be using to get the heat, to get the hot air, to hopefully send our little hot air balloon moving upwards. So let me get this going. Okay, so I've got a nice hot flame burning there. I'm going to very carefully hold this bag over that flame. See, the bag is puffing out with all that hot air. The hot air is rising, it's expanding, it's filling that plastic bag, it's trying to push it upwards. If I let go, let's see if we get any height with our little bag here. Not bad, but could it be better? So the small bag worked fairly well, but would a larger bag work even better? Now, of course, a bag this large is going to fit a lot more hot air in it. So you're going to have more air pushing it upwards, but it is going to be much heavier. So let's see what we get. The same as before, I'm going to hold the bag over the flame. That hot air is rising, it's expanding, it's filling the bag, it's trying to push it upwards. And if I can get it straightened up, let's see what sort of height we get with the big bag. So here is our homemade miniature hot air balloon. As you can see, another plastic bag. It's a little bit smaller than the one we just tested, but it's still going to be a decent enough size. I've got a little foil tray hanging below it. That's going to be the basket. That's the last bit of our hot air balloon that we mentioned earlier, isn't it? So what are we going to do to send this upwards? Well, I've got the burner that I used a moment ago. Is this going to work though? Is that going to go in there? Well, no, of course not. It's far too big, far too heavy. We're going to have to do something a bit different. The fuel I'm going to use is actually a liquid. It's called methylated spirits. Now, it is something you have to be very, very careful with. That's about 2 millilitres, very small amount, but as I say, will be plenty of fuel for our demonstration. So I've put that methylated spirits into the foil tray at the bottom of my balloon there. I'm going to use my lighter to set light to it, and let's see the results. The flame's going to start burning. Fairly slow burn. That hot air is rising, it's expanding, it's filling that plastic bag. If we get enough of a push, it's off the ground. Just push all the way up to the ceiling. So there we go, everybody. There is our miniature homemade hot air balloon. Very simple, but does show quite nicely the way in which they work. Now, of course, we're using fire, we're using flammable materials. This isn't something that you can try at home. But why not come on down to Magna and you can try it out here. Thanks very much for watching, everybody.